Good morning, everybody. It's Saturday, June 21st, and it is the last weekend for Laconia Bike Week. It's about 7 a.m. and I am just packing up and getting ready to go. Got the bike out. I just wiped it down with some bug slide, and I'm not sure if I'm going to stay the night yet. There is some hotel motel availability still left up there. So I'll see how I feel when I get there. It's about a 3-hour ride for me, so I'm gonna take a ride up, spend the day doing some stuff, maybe get some footage. Depending on whether or not I stay overnight, maybe I'll put the Insta360 up on my handlebars and get some riding footage on the Kankamangas Highway, which is always a great ride, or maybe Mount Washington, whichever one I decide to do. I'm kind of winging it. Usually I go up for like 3 or 4 days every year, and my wife comes along. This year has been a weird year. Laconia changed the dates that they typically do it. It usually starts the week before Father's Day and ends on Father's Day. This year they started the weekend of Father's Day and extended it a week out. I'm not sure why they did it. It's the first time they've changed it, and I've been going for 35 years, and it's the first time I remember them ever changing it. I think it's the first time they've changed it in like 50 years or something. I don't know. But anyway, so usually my wife comes up, we spend 3 or 4 days up there, do some riding, stuff like that. This year has been weird because of the week change, and also because we have a big vacation coming up. We're going to Hawaii in a couple weeks, and it's a really pricey vacation. We're trying to get everything ready. We've got a house sitter coming to stay with the dog, and so my wife's very meticulous. She wants the house to be nice and clean for the sitter, and she's doing, so with all the preparations for us going to Hawaii for almost 2 weeks, 10 days I think we're going, my wife's staying behind. Plus it was a very expensive trip, so we don't want to spend too much money up in Laconia. So I'm making the trip solo. I'm just going to go up, ride for the day. I do have some friends that are already up there, so I might try to catch up with them. Not sure yet. And I'm either going to ride up, spend a few hours up there, and ride home tonight, or if I decide to, I might snag a cheap hotel room and stay for the night, come home tomorrow. So show you what I got going on here. In this bag, I've got, I'm not gonna take it apart, but I've got my rain gear, I've got some tools, which I always I've been carrying tools since I started riding 35 years ago. And I've never had to use them, but the one time I take them, I'm afraid the one time I get rid of them is the one time I'm gonna need them, so I always leave it in there. Underneath that, I've got some bug slide and a couple of rags to wipe the bike down if I need to, and that's pretty much it. This side is completely empty. I've got my little riding vest here, which I never wear, by the way. It's more of a patch vest for souvenirs. Every time I go to like a bike rally or something, I put a patch on it, and I don't wear it. It's just kind of a souvenir vest. But I got that rolled up, and I've got a small duffel bag in the house that I'm going to throw a pair of underwear, pair of socks, a couple t-shirts, and yeah, it's pretty warm up there. It's going to be pretty warm up there this weekend, I think. It does get cool at night, so I'll have a sweatshirt with me, and if I need a jacket, I can throw my rain gear jacket on. It's kind of heavy, so I should be okay with that. With a sweatshirt underneath it, and yeah, that's about it. So I'm gonna go in the house, gonna get cleaned up, get showered, get the rest of my stuff packed, and I'm gonna hit the road. I'll see you in a bit. All right, so I just made my first gas stop here, and about an hour, a little over an hour and a half into my trip. Got about a little more than halfway there, I think. A lot of bikes out today. But anyways, I'll catch back up with you when I get off the highway and start making my way into Laconia. All right, so I just hit Laconia. I'm at the gas station. Just finished hooking the Insta360 up to my bike, and we're about to take a ride down Lakeshore Drive and head down to Wes Beach. So come along. This is a beautiful, beautiful area to ride motorcycles. But that's an absolutely stunning area to ride motorcycles. I almost bought a little cabin at that high spot years ago. I kind of wish I had bought it. It was only 30 grand. They're selling for like 200 grand now. It's craziness. It's literally like a little shed converted into a condo. Several times a year, even when it's not bike week. I have a friend who lives not too far from here, so I come up and just do some riding and hang out, enjoy the lake. When we get to Wes, it is still early. It's only 11:15 in the morning. Typically at the end of this road there's a little roundabout. On a nice day like today, typically the traffic will get pretty backed up at that roundabout. We'll see how it is being only 11 a.m. Shut it down and then turn it back on as I get closer. Alright, the traffic wasn't as bad. just hard to avoid this traffic no matter what you do. On a nice day like today during bike week, it's no avoid it. It's about 78 degrees right now. Sunny, there's barely a cloud in the sky. I can barely see a trace of a cloud way off in the distance. So today is, this is the kind of day you want to be out on a bike during bike week. They call it Rainconia here because it does rain a lot. This is the weather that you want. Unbelievably packed. I've never seen anything like it. In all the years I've been coming here. I don't know why. I love this shit. I just love bikes. I love the atmosphere. I just love being around motorcycles. Wes Beach, one-way traffic, so this, you can't, the way I just came in at the entrance, to get out you have to loop all the way up and around. You can't go back out the same way, so. I'm going to look for a place to stop and park and kind of walk around. See any place in there. You gotta be careful where you park because they will tow you up there. There'll be a couple spots that are handicapped. Sometimes people will park in them and then they come out and their bike is towed. They wonder why. I started about 15 or 16 months ago. So I try not to break my healthy eating habit, but on a trip like this, I feel like it's okay to indulge and get myself a lobster roll and some fries. So I think that's what I'll do. Right here on the left, that's formerly the Broken Spoke. It's now the High Octane Saloon. And then the Tamarak is right here on the right. I think I'm going to stop in there and get myself a lobster roll. I know it's still early. It's only 11:30 a.m., but it really does seem kind of quiet here for Mike. No, wow, it's like nobody here. I think I'll get a parking spot in the shade. Oh, nice. Alright, my first stop, Bike Week. Is at my usual stop at Tamarak for a lobster roll and some of their amazing French fries. Gonna enjoy it, and I'll catch you in a bit. Alright, so I'm not sure why the audio wasn't working during my last video, but during the first couple videos, but I do believe it's working now. So hopefully the audio's better going forward from this point on. Just had myself a splendid lobster roll, some butter and French fries, and I'm gonna head back down toward Wes Beach again, see if I can't squeeze myself into a parking spot. During this video, but I'll just say not a fan, that's all I'll say. Alright, let's keep moving. A lot of burnouts on this road. My daughter and I stayed at this little campground right here in our camper, and we were like right at the fence line. What a horrible decision that was. We could not sleep all night long. Burnouts all night, all hours, till 4 or 5 in the morning. Then this place right here on the right hand side is called the Laconia Beach. It's a popular biker bar hangout. They actually shut down last year right after Bike Week. I don't know how, but a car just plowed right through the front entrance of the building while it was open, and people were in there dining. And but for the grace of God, nobody was hurt. But it took them a while to rebuild, so they just opened back up not too long ago. Traffic is going to go all the way back down to Wes Beach again. So I may kill the camera and turn it back on at some point, but it's kind of nice to be traveling light. Usually when I come up here, I've got, my sissy bar with luggage rack, and I've got a couple of bags of luggage on it, and my wife's ride. I love it when she comes along, don't get me wrong. Just a little bit more work. when you got a passenger and a bunch of luggage on your bike, but it's kind of nice to be traveling light when you're sitting in traffic. Looks like they're logging out some road over here and clearing out some land. They're probably building again back here. Seems like the last few years there's been a lot of construction and a lot of building going on in this area. Boy, I'd like to get my hands on a bunch of those boulders. Bring them back to my house and use them at my place for a little retaining wall in the back. Build up the grade a little bit in my backyard. So I'm gonna kill the video for now, and I'll turn it back on when I get back down to Weirs, because it could be, who knows, this could be an hour of traffic now. So we'll catch you back in a few minutes. Alright, we're back. It's been about 20 minutes since I shut the camera off. Just trying to go a mile down the road to Wes Beach. So when I first arrived to Wes Beach, I was coming from the other direction, so we took a right into Wes Beach. We're going to take a left now. And if you look to my right-hand side, you'll see a bunch of tents. That's another area with just vendors, and there's some more vendors off to my left. A lot of it's garbage. A lot of t-shirt vendors, a lot of like made in China helmets and leathers and chaps. You know, I should say fake leathers. A lot of it's garbage, but you know, it is what it is. So we're heading back down Wes Beach again. You want to race? You might beat me in this crowd. There's cops everywhere here. Try to find a parking spot. I'm going to try to take the first one that I see. You heading out, or are you just getting here? Okay. Heading out? Yeah, take that one. Good deal. Video and take a walk around. Alright, you've seen it once, you've seen it a million times. Wes Beach is always the same and it never changes.
year in the fall, since my wife didn't come up with me, I think maybe we'll do a trip in October, like the first or second week, which is usually right around the time for peak foliage, when the leaves start changing colors, and that should make a good video for my YouTube content, for like doing a ride on the Kangamangas and maybe up Mount Washington. So I think I'll come back up in October. For this trip, just a quick one, just a day trip. I think I probably won't stay the night. I'll probably head back home. Over to Harley-Davidson. Really do me much good there. They have vendors and stuff, but probably wouldn't do me any good because I'm not riding a Harley. Where there's a nice breeze and a nice view. You can really put your whole mind and body and soul at ease. You know what I mean? If you're not a biker, you probably don't know what I mean, but if you ride motorcycles, you get it. Sure where I am. I'm not going to open up GPS. I'm home. It's a little after 7, it's like almost 7:30 p.m. Left this morning at 8:15 a.m., so close to 12 hours of riding. Got home safely. My son and my daughter were hanging out on the porch with the dog waiting. My wife's out, and that's it. The bike did good. The new tune, the Fuel Moto tune, is phenomenal. Made a detour on my way home, stopped in downtown Boston to visit a club that I play in a band, or I played in a band. My ears are kind of messed up now, but a club that I had a residency at for about 13 years. I stopped in, had a beer, and hung out and chatted with some of the staff that still works there, and I'm home. So anyways, hope you enjoyed some of this footage from Laconia 2025, and keep an eye out, heading out to Hawaii in 2 weeks, and I'm gonna hopefully post some video footage from that trip, and we will see you on the next video. Thanks again.
Gotta find my way to you.